All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Bowling League. How's it going, gentlemen?
The Bowling League podcast, episode. Haha, no one knows.
No one knows because we don't keep track.
Nope.
Get your shine your shoes. Make sure you're.
Episode January 27, 2023.
Oh, that's a good way to time date it right away. That's awesome. One of our favorite levels getting us started. This is
Very
perfect.
well.
This has the opportunity to get to a place at the end where
I want to swap.
it is literally the best Vietnam simulator of all space and time. All space and time. By Vietnam simulator, I mean that you don't have to think very much. You just are really being asked to pull the trigger a lot.
Yeah, it's
there's no actual strategy sometimes.
Shooting
just
fish in a barrel, if you know.
Right, if the fish were all lined up. Like
Yeah.
if they swam in formations.
Like it,
Organized.
Just
formation.
TNT fishing.
Yeah, exactly. TNT fishing. Like big time gator fishing in Florida swamplands.
Nice. Hey guys, I wanted to check in. I'll check in again soon. I'm gonna hop off though. I just wanted to make sure that I had said, hey, I'll be
Got
back
it
on.
established.
Joseph and I are
We'll-
just
We'll be here for
on some
days.
stuff.
No worries.
Yeah.
Take it easy, brother. See ya.
All right, I'll be back.
rock out.
Rock out. I call everybody brother, even people who are not my brothers. But everybody's. You have to know me for about 8 minutes before you're my brother.
That's cool.
I like it. I think it. I was a monk for years, and we formally called each other brother and sister, and it was really nice because the positive aspects of family were kind of like
Emphasize.
emphasized
Artificially.
That's
Or,
right. Artificially, yeah. But still, it was aspirational. You actually said it enough, and then you were like, you treat the other person like kin, like family, and then that means you're basically loving them much, without reservation. You're not like, this is just this janitor. I don't have to love this human. We only love people in a certain class, like family. And that's why Jesus was like, everybody's your family, dude. All in God's family.
Yep. So that's cool. 5 minutes of brotherhood. That's amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's right. Especially if someone is kind of a dick, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll call him brother just to remind myself that he's part of the human race.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like, even if I really hate the fucker, I'm like, come on.
well, and
work
you're
the heart
also
muscle.
like, yeah.
Squeeze the love out of this.
Hey, yeah, work the heart
Just turn it.
muscle. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Come on, give me a few before I
I
tap
think,
out.
I think I can hear the psychic screams from the distant future when we have an audience, and they watch our back. They watch our back catalog.
They're
I can
back.
hear him saying things like, "Yo, why would you wanna love everyone? Like, why would you wanna go through all the trouble? Isn't it easier just to let other people love you and just like kick back and not worry about the deeds?" And this is what Jesus was saying. It's more blessed to give than to receive. When you're making it your job to work the heart muscle with another, like love another person, it means you're saturated in love. It means that you're auto.
It means
surrounded
it's
by
better
love.
for you, bro.
Yeah, you brought the love to the party. It's not, you're not in a loveless situation. And I'll tell you, the scenes I have been in my life where there's a lack of love, those are some of the most hellish. Even though some of them were supposed to be the coolest experiences, they were some of the most hellish and weird experiences of my entire life. When people are just like a little too selfish or kind of crazy. I'm thinking about art.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think that when people are being selfish, and it shows up like that.
It shows up and it
exactly.
degrades the quality of the community.
It creates the quality of the experience for of any of the
Everybody.
scenarios, just because everyone's made aware that in this moment, in this room with these people, you don't matter as much as something else or someone else.
Or an agenda,
Yeah.
a larger goal, a goal
yeah.
other than just humans being together and talking.
Yeah, essentially there's not space for you in this moment, so chill out and wait. I don't know.
Well, it's in LA where I'm thinking of all this. I'm thinking of Los Angeles specifically. There was such a culture of you had to know the right people, and you had to be on the right projects and associated with the right whatever. And this created an environment where you could go to a party and no one was having any fun because everybody was just trying to figure out how to get the best deal or how to position themselves.
Right, everyone was gaming it.
It's like a networking event masquerading as a cocktail party.
Yeah, I had a guy one time tell me, in every conversation, I'm thinking about setting up what I need in the next conversation. Like, he was like trying to tell me, he was like trying to give me advice or something. I don't remember. Like
to be more strategic with your comms or something? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But I was like, wow, damn, so you just told me you're never actually
present
listening to me.
This doesn't matter to you because you know what, in a sad way, it's a way of keeping oneself safe because you stay in control. You're staying in control. You're unable to be hurt because you're not really there as a human. You're there as a whatever. I'm here as a sales unit and I'm deploying sales strategy Alpha 12.16.4.
Here's what I do. Here's what I'm trying. I'm gonna help. I help people with. You know, it is like a little trip for yourself in a way. When it's. Yeah, it's control. It's the control.
Yeah, it is. It is also probably fear. Probably like a fear of being known.
All of these elements come together at different times. That's what teaches you to be like that. That's what conditions you to kind of be able to just say something like that and not really hear yourself, you know?
Like, hey, I'm a psycho. I'm just floating above the fray. I never actually feel anything you say. Like, so. It's like a weird moment
of unrealized self-realization.
Unrealized self-realization. I've got all this unrealized self-realization to realize before myself forward. I turned around, a strategy note. I turned around and tried to help clean up, and I left the front door open, and this is the mess that they never leave the front door open. If you can keep it,
we had a lot.
Yeah, I should have just called it out. I should have said, "Hey, get the guys behind us," and then we would like coabbed about. It's like we should have kept one gun hot on this front, because once they start stacking up like this a little bit, they're a little harder to get rid of. I'm thinking of it as an infestation, not as other people. Just FYI.
FYI, we are.
This isn't real. I have no empathy for the pixels on my screen. Exactly. I didn't grow up in pixel land, so I don't have empathy for these pixels. These are not my kin. These pixels can fucking drop dead and
drop down and off the screen like really quickly, because we would have a pile of bodies in front of this door.
You know, I think that would be a cool law if some.
You know, we have to cap. That's why. Oh no, we're defending.
No. We're defending. They want to cap. Yeah. They're in. Okay, just drop them anywhere. A dead enemy's a good enemy.
Dead enemy is a good enemy.
Dead enemy is in the proper state. They've achieved their purpose.
How does this guy? How do you jump and dive? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. You can duck too, but I don't believe in ducking.
Are you kidding? No, I've killed like 20. I'm on a 23-player kill streak. Duck?
I know, right?
I haven't ducked yet.
Why would I take my eye off the ball?
Yeah.
You're giving me extra buttons to take my eye off the ball? It doesn't even seem real. Why doesn't it seem real? Okay. Yo, they've got to be frustrated.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. That's hilarious. That's like suck squared. Like, you are a purveyor of suck.
Oh!
You are generating suck, and you are consuming suck. You are a suck cyclone. You are a suck toroidal field.
Yeah. There you go. That's what it's like being an NPC in this game.
You're an infinite suck engine. Look at that. Sweet victory. Right off the top. Right off the top.
We didn't even get to kill station. The actual one. We turned an earlier checkpoint into the finale on that one.
Absolutement. Quick jazz cabbage interlude. Here we go. yanking it out of hyperspace.
No.
Dropping the clutch and pulling the handbrake on the spaceship as we drift in. We're drifting into the space dock.
Yeah, to the space dock. Do we have any special type of bumpers on this ship that?
It
like
should be,
boats
if
do
we're
here?
driving it, it should be completely encased in some kind of super next level rubber foam.
Ooh, gel, like a like a
Can you imagine?
field of
We like see on this
squish.
one. Can you imagine you're going at like some fraction of the speed of the light and you just bounce off of something? The energy that you would transfer to whatever you bounced off of would be
Well, the energy, the
unbelievable.
Shit, the energy you would feel. You better,
You'd have, like,
you
the
better hope you're
ultimate-
not like,
ultimate whiplash.
yeah, like next to something hard, you know.
Everything
Break
is
your
hard
arm.
at that speed.
Yeah.
You know, like little feathers or like nuclear bombs at that speed.
Yeah, like bullets, bitch.
I've always wondered about that, like interplanet, when you go intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, when you actually travel between the stars at like super crazy fast speeds, you could run into like a grain of sand and it would hit with like the power of like 100,000 Hiroshimas. Like, like at that, if you hit it just right, you know. Like,
Yeah.
there's I guess you just have to have the world's most awesome cattle guard, or you figure out how to travel dimensions, like UFOs seem to do, or time, or however they're doing it.
However they finagle it.
Hey, I found a video the other day where Eric Weinstein explains in a way that I kind of got not only geometric unity, because he was really relaxed when he did it, but also how UFOs might travel, and because of higher dimensions. And I was like, holy shit. And there was about 12 to 40% of the math that just went over my head, where I was like, that's not real to me. But like,
That doesn't mean anything.
That's
Cool.
not. That's encrypted.
That's just magic.
That's
Yeah.
encrypted.
That's magic. Okay.
But dude, I think this could form the basis of a deep dive into UFO physics.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could learn enough about just the structure of the universe where you could like half fake an explanation of how a UFO might work.
Just make a video about it.
You can make a video about it, but you could also roll it out at cocktail parties. Again, with the cocktail
Mhm.
parties. You know,
You
it's
really
like,
enjoyed that cookie the other week, didn't you?
cookie?
That
Oh, that
liquor cookie.
That liquor cookie. Yes, the first time I had any alcohol in 20 years, it was like, yeah, that was insane. I couldn't believe how offline my reason was. I was like, this is nuts. Also,
Whoa.
I've
It's a whole
reflected.
army over there.
I've reflected on this. I've reflected on that drunk experience, and there's no consequences when you're drunk. Like, there's no future. Karma isn't real when you're drunk. Like, it just doesn't work. Which is why so many crimes are committed on alcohol, because it's like there's no consequences. Meanwhile, there are.
Meanwhile, still in the same world, in the same meat suit.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, I get why. I mean, I don't know. I respect how fun people have when they drink. It seemed really carefree and crazy. However, the cannabis super sensitivity, I love that. I love being like hyper aware of every thought that's racing through my head.
Yeah, I love being
Breath.
forced to be a little more paranoid in a healthy way. Not paranoid.
You're just paying attention, right?
Yeah, you're just like introspective and self-aware. A little more.
We gotta take this. We got 100%. We gotta take this B because, or something because, we ran the clock down last time. Where we at? We want that time on that last map. That last map was hard.
Yeah,
I'm with you in 5.
Good. Well, if I don't die first.
Dude, in between, I was looking at my the level, and I'm 181st level enforcer.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot of enforcement.
Gosh.
But what's crazy is I wasn't really playing the enforcer that much before you and I started playing. It was really
You were pretty high though.
Was I pretty high?
Yeah, you were over 100.
There is an archive we could go back to and pull this out of. Dude, we got to take one of these. What do you like?
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
A's got no game over there.
Maybe. I don't know.
We can probably get these guys though. We're almost there. You got it. Okay, are we on? Are we on base? On base? Gotta get on base much sooner next time.
They're just so
They're thick.
close.
Yeah. Okay, they are. Some of our guys are taking A. So let's see who's on A. Okay, these guys are over here. I'll load up. I'm loading up to A. Pale Word. What's up, Pale Word?
I died.
All right.
Chased me down.
It's a nice way to travel by reincarnation.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the way you travel between galaxies. Reincarnation. That's how you do it.
Probably.
You travel when you don't have any weight at all, and your mass is measured in like volts.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's what you get from star to star, the old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
Exactly. Just get reincarnated.
That's interesting.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're assuming a landing pad, which is a living thing at the other side that, you know, you're compatible reincarnation-wise with, etc. Pale Word's holding it down. I'm gonna try to do what he's doing. All right, this worked out. However, we are not facing the usual Friday afternoon bozos on this server.
No, you haven't killed Reach yet?
I haven't seen him around. We need to get Reach in here.
Nah, I've killed a lot of Ben Carvers today.
Ben Carver's an AI, but he's a great one.
Yeah, Reach is too.
You think Reach is an AI? That is one of the most sentient AIs I've ever seen. He has all kinds of strategies only humans would have, including standing still and not moving. We'd be playing some wicked AI if it was trying to fake us out like that, you know?
I think he's fake. They might have just made it.
I've never seen him stand still, but it'd be very cool if it was real.
You're just bound to determine that he's real.
I am rooting for his sentience.
How do you? Okay. Like.
That's all.
That's all. Okay. I think he's an AI. I really do.
That's hilarious. and do you think he's an AI that's like part of the software, or an AI that's like playing the software?
Part of the software.
Okay. So like on the inside of the system.
Yeah. Like any of these other NPCs.
You know, if general artificial intelligence was real and we were friends with it, we could like ask it to go through all our videos and be like, "Hey man, would you like find every time we've ever seen Reach on either one of our screens and make a mashup?" And then you'd have like a
exactly.
You'd have a complete record of all your interactions, and then you could also say, "Could you please give me a probability that this is a machine or this is an actual
think
human?"
that's near the edge of what some of these AIs are capable of, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, you have to pay for the server time.
It's incredibly expensive. It would be incredibly expensive to play with a media library as big as the one we have.
Yeah, but assuming you had it, yeah, agreed. You're right though. I think that is the
future. It'd
future.
be like hundreds of dollars a query.
My first hard drive that on my first computer my family had was 20 megabytes. And it took me years to fill it up. And we finally filled it up and I had to make some choices about what stayed and what didn't stay, but it was 20 megs. You think about that. There's pictures you'll see on a website that are 20 megabytes now.
Right.
You know? And so, yes, if you can imagine an AI doing it, 100% it'll be doing it in our lifetimes, you know? Like
yeah,
that,
I got friends who are playing with building
ChatGPT or
instances of these different types of AIs, transcribers, ChatGPT,
Yep.
well, just different ones, not just
Come cap. There you go.
I'm cap.
You're capping. Does the capping go faster if more people on?
I don't
used
know.
to. I think it's changed. It's not really going that fast with 3 of us on here. Paleward's a good steward of the objectives. What's up? Uh-oh, there's a guy over here.
Wow, you can shift your view in this game.
Yeah, I think you hold down one of the sticks or something.
It's like down. I can't do that. I felt my brain doing what it used to do. Like I'm getting more used to
dude,
the motion sickness of this game, like the
yes,
like getting more used to it.
Yes.
Well, and I've been being healthier since the new year started. Like in terms of sleep cycles, and like I've been going to the sauna every weekday. So,
dude, that is unbelievably good.
Meal prepping,
Heat shock proteins. Heat shock proteins. It's supposed to reduces all cause mortality by like 40%. It's like the best thing you can.
Good.
Yeah, best thing you can do for your body.
And I even drank last night. Like
that's why. Okay, tell me when you drink. What's drinking? Because I don't drink at all. What is that? Are you having a couple beers, or like what's the threshold?
Yeah, so it'd be like it's probably like a couple beers, but extended. A couple beers of toxicity extended for I don't know 3 hours.
Do you hack? Do you do any liver hacking where you like add enzymes at the end of your night so it like bounces you back super fast or whatever?
No, but we've been talking. Like Josh has a guy. They have a friend who's got some special stuff that they actually have
government
some samples of. I don't know. It's called like I don't want to.
I remember. They were talking about it last time we were all together.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So no, I haven't played with any of those hacks. So, like the biggest hacks that I know are fucking drink more water.
Which usually slows down consumption.
Yeah, and yeah, Bailey and I, we do date nights on Thursday nights, and last night we went to a very yummy and cute little taco place. I don't know. And then we had a couple drinks, and before that, and then afterwards we went to a bar that does open mic and has some. Oh, that's that thing Michael was talking about. Remember, his friend. He said his friend was going to go to this bar and perform comedy. Some guy from Nashville.
Yes.
Evan Jones, or Evan, I think is his name. Anyway, so we went and saw him on date night last week, but we went in there and we had just smoked, so we were like so stoned, and it's kind of an weird little venue that we just felt off, and it's like they got like pentagrams and shit in there.
Bad juju.
Yeah, it's not. Like it was much better last night, but us just cold walking into that place, super baked, we were like a little bit unnerved.
Makes sense.
But we saw, they evidently do a comedy open mic, or starting to do an open mic every Thursday night. So we went again this past week, and yeah, it was fun. It was good. Like they were funny people that came. I don't know whether it would be consistent like that. And you know, you got to see some of the people you saw the week before, like working on.
Yep.
You hear a couple jokes again. Hear them a different way.
Oh, that's good. Like the evolution of. That's fun.
Yeah, it is cool. So I don't know whether that'll become a regular thing, but I certainly enjoyed it. I'd probably.
Nice.
I don't think I won't. Yeah.
It's very social. Fine. That's like a very social situation. That's fun.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. It was fun.
Very social in that to see other people perform who aren't like professional performers, like open night like that. That open mic, that's just like that gets you thinking about a lot of things. The human condition, you know, what you put your mind to, work ethic, who's kicking ass, who's taking names, charisma, you know, all this stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, that's especially being a little baked, that'd be a very introspective evening.
Yeah. It was. The first time it was a little overwhelming.
Makes sense.
Last time I was like, I'm not smoking till. We smoked earlier, like before we left the house, and then but we didn't smoke again until after we were done. Like we didn't smoke after we ate or anything.
Nice.
And that made it very easy because we were just kind of buzzed.
Yeah.
Fun talk. talking with other people and
when I
laughing
go out
and actually you can actually like change the show with how you react to it, like just ad-libbing in. It's fun. You're having fun.
And and the laughter and the enjoyment of the audience is a part of the performance.
Yeah.
That's a fun part of comedy.
Yeah.
And theater, you know, theater's a little different because people have their lines and practice and everything like that, but there is something magical about being in a space with other humans, and then they pretend to be someone else, and you all pretend you're in some other place. It's fucking cool.
Whoa.
Like, we're just gonna make this up,
cool.
but we're adults, and we've taken it very seriously. It's just like, whoa. Like, I don't know. Like the plays of childhood. You know, like, we're in OT, and we're right at the fucking edge. We gotta kill all these fucks. Let's go.
Get off.
We get. That's it. That's a victory.
There you go.
Turning it over. That's amazing.
There we go.
Dude, yeah, theater, comedy, I mean, that's super fun. There's so much down in Denver I don't avail myself of, which occasionally I'll come out of my hole, but it's winter. It's time to be all inside. What's your temps been like? I heard a bunch of people died on the East Coast from all of the super low temps out there. You're not cold where you're at.
It was in the 30s this morning.
30s is cold.
Cool.
Coldest. It's been 6 degrees, you know, -9. Well, we woke up to like -15 once, maybe last week.
Nothing like that.
Yeah, it was like stupid cold.
It's 49 degrees out right now.
49 is god. I'd be in shorts at 49 degrees. That's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be 30s for our fire tonight.
Nice.
31.
That's perfect. Perfect for a multiple layer clothing situation.
Yeah, and for a fire, like it's an excuse to get up.
Yeah.
Next to
Get
it.
close in. That's
Yeah.
right. The community has to huddle together. The tribe has to huddle together to stay warm. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think my aunt's gonna be here. Yeah, Josh
Nice.
is talking about. Yeah, and we'll see. And my and Bailey's
Can you hear
parents.
Josh? Could you
No,
hear
I
Josh
can't
right there?
hear Josh. No.
Okay, I don't think. Never mind. He's not on there. Go ahead. Bailey's parents.
Bailey's parents are coming into town this weekend, but I don't know whether they're gonna get in time to do this bonfire or not.
Nice. That's fun. Is it a long drive for them in?
No, they live around Nashville.
Nice. Very cool.
That's
cool.
Couple 3 hours away, maybe.
So you guys have
Tops.
date night. So you have date night on Thursday night. Do you always go out for date night, or do you ever do date night in, or?
We do date night. We've done date night in.
Yeah.
It's more important just to do date night. Honestly, like probably it's easier to do date. No, I don't know. Planning date night in, you have to like make sure to stay on task and not just have a regular evening. You know.
Oh God, that's why going out's usually a move
Yeah,
because you
it's a
have to. It
move.
forces
Yeah,
you to
you-
do it. You know.
You get out, you go do something together. I think that's really needed, honestly.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely awesome.
You have to have a date night where you go out once a week, and you have to have
At
what?
least.
Who am I? And you have to have
Good relationship maintenance.
like a few. You have to talk for like 2 hours at least. You know.
Yeah,
A week.
makes sense. Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, that's. My wife and I, we've got so many projects and stuff that we do. We usually just spend a lot of our communication time just catching up on what we've been doing when we weren't hanging out.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you,
You get to do it together mostly. That's nice. Like
yeah, go ahead.
you're like your baseline is more like I've watched some other couples that I'm friends with that work together and like are always in the same screen, you know but they have different handles and they have different like DM messaging accounts and whatnot, but it's New Mind Flow, Anna Marie and Rars, and they are very. It's cool to see them work together because they're obviously like living the same experience
Yeah.
constantly,
Yep.
and I don't know, it's cool to see
Yes.
that dynamic where they're so natural in like helping each other out on stuff. They're like an actual smarter unit, you know?
Yeah.
An actual smarter frame, like just because they're always like, if you think about everyone in a frame like this, like they're a stronger frame.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like a good team.
Yeah, good team.
Have you seen the movie Oblivion with Tom Cruise? When they live in that sky house, the effective team.
No.
You're gonna love this movie. Hey, I got some. If you ever do date night as movie night, I've got something you guys should check out.
Yeah.
We just discovered this new series that's been coming out for a couple weeks, but it's by a guy named what's his name, Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson is a director who made a couple of popular movies. Netflix Glass Onion just came out.
That was a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I enjoyed that.
Yes, and he also made Knives Out, which was kind of just a box office movie.
Yeah,
similar.
that wasn't as good.
Not as good. Yeah.
As the new one.
Have you ever seen the hyper-violent movie Looper?
Yes, back in the day.
Fucking movie. Bruce Willis is a really fucking good movie. It's one of my faves. Looper turns out to be a good loop movie. A loop movie is a movie that when I'm working 16 hours in front of my screen by myself, I put on a movie in the background just so I can hear humans talking and feel like I have a soul. And anyway, what you don't want is a movie that you haven't seen before, because what you don't want it to distract you. What you want is like a story that you are kind of familiar with, that you can just kind of drift in and out of.
Well, and it helps you hold context in a weird way for where you've been in your flow trip. Like that's what when I've worked in college, when I worked, I listened to a certain album on repeat for a certain subject.
Yeah, and makes sense. It kind of puts you in a trance.
Yep. And that totally, like the song sequence and the changes would become cues for learning concepts and whatnot in weird ways, Yes, engraved completely into your soul.
Associated with sound. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah.
And I've noticed recently that I'm like, the sound is by far my strongest information. Like I appreciate that the best. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Yoda. Little fucker.
Oh, someone else killed me while I was trying to shoot Yoda.
Nice. That you were trying to shoot Yoda, not that you got killed. What were we just talking about? The flow. Okay, yeah, that's it. My video loops. I've got a folder called Best Loops, and it's just like 16 of my favorite loop films, and I'm always trying out new films for loops. And it's like a story that I don't mind hearing 100 times, and because there's something good about the story, and it also doesn't require you. It's memorizable. It's almost like I'm listening to it and I'm only looking at it once in a blue moon, but I know what's happening on the screen because I've seen it so many times. It's like, and this becomes a perfect flow state lubricant. It for me, it just they got B. I can if I have to hunker down and do 10 hours of work, it's like five back-to-back 2-hour loops. It just flows by so fast, and it get a lot done.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, I was looking for new good loot movies. Okay, this movie is called Poker Face. Bearing the lead here. Poker Face is this new series, and it's this woman who I won't give away the twist because you'll learn it the first thing. But this woman who is kind of like an Agatha Christie type character, in that she is solving mysteries, and each episode is like a different mystery, which sounds on the surface like it'd be so formulaic and like ugh, so boring or whatever. And so it's remarkable when it's like an insanely good story, like a really, really, really good story. And I think that there's like something really deep going on with the movie too, like the way they put it all together. First movie, it looks like The Shining. It looks like the carpet scenes at the beginning of The Shining when you sort of meet the hotel. It opens in the same way. So that Stanley Kubrick deep dive that we have on the Jellyfin server there.
Yeah.
It's got a documentary called Room 237, which is all about The Shining and how Stanley Kubrick liked to encode multiple meanings in his movies through the way he did things. And you sort of once you sort of get the alphabet of the language that he's speaking, you can sort of see it in all Stanley Kubrick's films. It kind of does the same sorts of things. But there's been a whole generation or two of people, filmmakers, who've grown up watching that, and now they're doing improvisations on it. So it's like that. It's like that's the starting point, and then they like do something else with it. And because it starts off with this like long pan across the carpet, and then there's these one of the features of The Shining was the impossible architecture of the hotel. Like the hotel was supposed to give you the willies because it didn't work. They'd go around a corner and you'd think if it was spatially correct, you'd see A, but instead it'd be like you'd see like C. And you'd be like, wait, what? And so it was supposed to keep you off balance. They do the same thing in this. And also, little Quentin Tarantino in there. They are watching. Oh no, we gotta hold him here. Oh dude, I was defending A.
Here. They got pretty good Yoda.
Yeah, they got pretty good Yoda. That helps them. Okay, the Pulp Fiction Quentin Tarantino movie. In the movie, there's a bunch of subplots, but one of the subplots is this guy is like trying to buy back his soul, and there are these other guys who have a case, and the case finds its way. The case is in a lot of the scenes, but you don't really know what's in the case. And then at one point, you figure out that it's this guy's soul, and they open up the case, and the character looks in to see the soul, and all you see is the golden light on the character's face. So it's like a way of saying, you know, it's almost like this thing is too crazy to show you. Like you can't actually see it in the movie. You're only going to see the effect on the people in the movie. In the first episode of this Poker Face, they are showing Pulp Fiction, but there's also this thing that happens that you never see. You never get to see it. They only reference it, just like they do with the soul in the case in Pulp Fiction. Anyway, it's oh, they got B. They're taking it home with them. All right, we're gonna stop the steal here.
Wow.
Oh, they got a Jedi.
Fuck.
We got Luke over here. I'm gonna use my 40 seconds to thin their crowd. Just gonna harass them. Okay, so anyway, you're gonna love this Poker Face, but here's the deal. It is one of the best stories I've ever seen. The way it's told, it's nuts. But also Agatha Christie, woman who wrote, you know, Murder on the Orient Express and a whole bunch of others. She and a lot of like Knives Out, I think is even based on Agatha Christie, maybe. There's something about Sherlock Holmes is always. Oh, whoops! I'm going the wrong way. Sherlock Holmes is always saying this. His character is always saying this. Murder mystery character, that women's natural inquisitive nature, the way that women are always like digging around for the facts and sort of sharing them with each other, which people call gossip, but it's kind of like low bandwidth social sync, you know?
Right.
Yeah, before TV like took over the role. So women make great detectives because of that inquisitive nature. This is a stereotype, but this character, this female character who's the heroine in Poker Face, she does it so well. It's insane. She just like it's I would imagine that a lady watching this would feel like, yeah, she fucking gets it. You know.
Yeah.
Just because she's demonstrating some pretty
Who plays in this movie?
It's a lot of people, but in that first episode, Erin Brody is the main one of the main guys, and her name I forget, but she was in Orange Is the New Black, which is like another chick flick about women's prison. Guard the objective. How are they taking this from us? Okay, we're almost stopping the steal here. At least grab the top layer. I'm with you in 5. Anyway, poker face. We will jellyfinize this sucker because it's like being released.
Poker face. So it's a TV show.
It is a Peacock original. So Peacock is like trying to be like Netflix and like make their own content. Why are we fighting in the back halls here? Why are our people fighting in these back halls? Doesn't even make any goddamn sense.
Hey, get with the program, fools.
Shooting Luke Skywalker in the boots. It's the only place I can shoot him from the front. Oh gosh.
Ow.
Nice.
I punched him twice.
Michael 1973. The guy's probably 50. 50 next year.
Almost 50.
If that's a year, sounds like a year. I mean, it's a year, clearly, but sounds like a birth year.
Sounds like a reference to a birth year.
It sounds like a reference to a date. I just don't know what date it is.
Ba ba ba.
What year would it be?
Michael, 1973.
Yeah, man. That's got to be an old-time gamer. I mean, if that person, if he was playing games, he saw Atari come online. He saw video arcades come online. Okay, they're below us. Okay, someone's got to stand on top. Someone's got to go below.
Okay.
I will stand on top and try to shoot whatever I can.
I will die down here.
I will die down here. I will try to support the mission from up here. I got a bead on a few of these fucks.
Wow. Yeah, like I said.
Well, gotta keep my eyes on a swivel here.
Dude,
there was a guy on Rogan the other night who was a like survival. It was kind of like prepper stuff, but
okay.
He had like a company that you could essentially take courses from to learn all the shit your grandma knew how to do, like how to can vegetables and you know.
Dude, these guys move around so much better than you.
Yeah.
In between stuff down there.
Oh yeah.
You just walked around me, and you just kept shooting me, and there's too much shit down there for me to be able to move that well.
Their software.
My God. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No. They're software. You're fighting software. They're very good at knowing where the obstacles are, almost as if they mathematically understand them.
Yeah, at least they know where the walls are.
And we have to interpret it through our own spatial sense. We're like pulling the information through our eyes. We're having to we have to create an imaginary world so we can get a spatial sense of what's left, right. I think that's why guys like games a lot more, because the spatial sense in the male brain is actually more pronounced in a lot of ways. If there are biological differences between the chromosomal sexes. Chromosomal sexes is a nice, clean way to say that. Kind of gets out of all the arguments. Chromosomal sexes.
Nice, yeah.
I'm not talking about
good
just
find.
sexes. Yeah, totally. I'm talking about chromosomal sexes. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like no, chromosomal. No, it's a real concept. There's actual science. There were Nobel prizes given for this discovery. Sure. Okay, we got Lando Calrissian, one of the worst people to be.
There are like 50 people underneath the deck.
Okay. Makes sense. I'm gonna hold down the top.
I've just been going down there and dying. Watch.
Watch.
Watch this, eh? Watch this.
Watch this, eh?
Bye.
Watch this, eh? Okay, cool. I'm gonna make sure we keep down the top, and whenever I can find them, yeah, they're just pooled up underneath, aren't they? Well, they can't cap or the time though. Okay, all we have to do is keep them for 30 more seconds, and then they get the OT. Then we have to clean out the OT, but still, better to do it now.
On you in 5, 3.
Okay.
2, 1.
God, I love this game. This game's sometimes so much fun.
Yeah, clear out the waves.
Yeah.
Come here, baby.
Okay, we're OT. All we gotta do is push them off one time.
Okay, I think we should still play from the top, maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna maintain the
Or
middle
at
here.
least, yes, need someone to maintain the middle.
Okay, we will not lose as long as I do not die.
All right, I think we're getting a hero coming upstairs though.
Okay, right, they're gonna try to clean us off. Gonna try to do the same thing we're trying to do them. Chewbacca getting shot in the nuts. By the nuts, I mean the face. All right. I think what I really like about this game is that if you decide to make a difference, if you decide to push through it a certain way, you kind of can do it. It's like, it gives you the right amount of force to be able to actually make a change.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. Which is kind of cool. I like that as the quality of the game. It's not like, I don't feel like I'm bumping up at any artificial barriers. It's mostly just about how I apply myself and like, how steady can you hold that gun on your enemy? How well can you hold down that trigger? Like that. Is that a defeat?
Dude, we won.
Victory. Oh my god, yes. Thank god. That was awesome. And that was kind of a victory of strategy there too.
Yeah.
Jazz Cabbage all the way. All the way.
3 for
Short
3, baby. Yo!
Yo, that was an extended Jazz Cabbage. We had some bong related accidents on this side of the fence.
Uh-oh.
That was that's all good. Everything's been fixed. That was just the situation.
Nice.
I was mixing up some liquid IV drinks. You ever rock the liquid IV?
No, I haven't.
It's delicious.
I found out you. That's dude. Sorry for the related accidents. Yeah, I was like almost done with the first video, and then I was like, damn, you know, I'm gonna actually hit this again, and so I started heating it, and then I was like, on the second inhale, and then a new video started. I was like, right.
Dude, there was the imperatives. Imperatives had to be achieved and then executed upon.
Yeah.
The square root derived, and then the remainder was easily transcribable into the higher dimensions, and it worked out great.
Whoa,
Right?
that's amazing.
Right?
Easily transcribable.
You're gonna love
set
this,
up
you're gonna love
and
this
deliver.
UFO physics. UFO physics deep dive is you're gonna love this. It's the like your
I love
Josh
physics.
is gonna love this.
I
know,
love
right?
physics, and
Physics
I
are
love
the
physics
best.
and organic chemistry.
Have you ever Interstellar? Have you ever taken the Interstellar light trip?
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen that. Yeah. And
Oh my
I don't know if we've talked about it like specifically, but I know we've talked about it enough, and I watched it after we had talked about it too. So,
Dude, that's amazing. That is a Christopher Nolan film. The guy who made Tenet, and he's also got this thing called Oppenheimer that's coming out this summer, I think. Oppenheimer's the physicist who made the bomb, and when I was a teenager, my family went on
nuclear bomb.
the nuclear bomb. My family went on a vacation where they rented this little this like the Airbnb on St. John's. It was one of the most amazing family trips we went on because we were highly isolated. This is pre-Wi-Fi. This is pre-internet, and we all drank like rainwater for an entire week because that was the only plumbing that they had in this house.
Damn.
Anyway, it was very nice, but they had this beach, and it was Oppenheimer Beach. And Oppenheimer Beach was the place, the literal physical place, that the Oppenheimer family moved to once J.J. Oppenheimer realized that he...
Whoa, did you see all those people spawn?
Yeah,
So they
I heard something. Oh my god, what a
That's
mess.
crazy.
There's someone behind us. There's someone behind us over here. I'm gonna keep cleaning.
Okay, I'm
Cleaning
gonna
house.
stay
We got
on this end.
Someone, yeah, there it is. A little fucking Ewok back here in these streets. Bang, got him, Chocolobi. Take that, you bastard. Yeah, that's an insane spawn point over there. It'll just dump 40 people out of thin air like we can't tell that's fake.
Yeah, I saw
They should
that.
at least
I
make
watched that happen.
They should make them jump up as if they were hidden in the leaves.
Yeah,
You know, like the bodies were just
straight out
waiting.
the ground.
Yeah.
So
like
that's
zombies.
crazy. So Oppenheimer, one of the least cool nuclear scientists.
Least cool nuclear scientist.
Like there's
He is-
so many other like
Einstein.
similar like applications and more stable like whatever.
Oppenheimer was the scientific,
Using-
the integrator, the guy with the idea, and then there were literally the Manhattan Project, the development of the bomb, was the starting point.
The guy
Project-
with the idea. Let's just bomb it. Like that's not a new idea.
It's a weird thing about nukes because it's almost like they had to be invented. Like we discovered
Yeah.
the neutron, we discovered the proton, and we knew how to. We had ideas about how we were trying to figure out how stars did this, and we figured out the math of stars and the physics of stars. And once you got that, you can start to make your own little tiny versions of it.
A pinch.
And here's the messed up thing about this. Nazi Germany, like the
Union
Nazis had
5.
access to the largest uranium mines in the world. So the Nazis were headed towards fission, which is the splitting apart, and they had the world's largest supply of fissible material. Like history was gonna give Nazis the nukes, and we probably would have all be speaking German right now if that was the case. Like
Yeah.
it would have worked out great for them, which is why they had to do it so damn fast. And so somebody had to do it, and then since then it's been trying to keep people from not doing more of it. You know, which is weird because America's been like, you've got this stick that no one else has, and America has abused that stick. Our nuclear foreign policy has been downright ruthless at times.
Yeah.
Like, if you believe Oliver Stone is research into the Vietnam War, when we were at war with Vietnam, we threatened Vietnam with nuclear war 13 times. Like we were like, if you don't withdraw your people from this bridge and let our troops through, we're gonna nuke this or that or whatever. And eventually the Vietnamese were just like, go ahead and nuke us, you bitches. Like, just do it. Just go. We're tired of these threats. And so anyway, we've been bastards about the nuclear bomb. But anyway, I cut you off. What were you saying?
I don't remember now.
No worries. Okay, so Oppenheimer is a Christopher Nolan movie that's going to be next level amazing this summer. And that's the same guy who made Interstellar.
That was weak.
We're going to go deep diving on Interstellar.
And I think that Josh would enjoy that.
We are basically doing
I
it
don't
for
think
Josh.
I don't think Josh is
ready
for some physics.
Josh is ready for some physics, because once Josh gets some physics in that noggin of his, he is going to be able to approach his conspiracy stuff with a whole new set of awe. Because, you know, when you've actually got the real physics, you've got the physics, you can, when you hear about the weird alien UFO physics theories, you have a reference point to diverge from, rather than just like starting in the, you know, hyperspace wherever alien physics happens.
Yeah. You have to find baseline, and
That's right.
math
A
is
good baseline. That's right. Having an awesome ego means that when you have an ego death, you're like, fuck yeah. But without a firm understanding of the ego, it's just confusion. It's
crazy.
Yeah. It's like, what's dead? I'm dead. Nothing's dead. We're all alive. What's going on? I don't understand.
God, I'm so powerful around here.
I'm so powerful.
Because you're a meaning-making machine.
I'm a meanie-making machine. I make meanies.
Meanie.
Little blue meanies.
Meanie.
Okay, are we taking something?
I don't know. Where the
Where's
fuck
A?
are
Where
we
the
doing?
fuck are we? We're in between. We're not even on one of these things. Okay, we can go through
Okay.
we can go through this tunnel.
Let's go through
Down
here.
the tunnel. Down the tunnel. Through the electricity. Into the Chewbacca. Damn it. This is probably not the best place to fight a Chewbacca. Fight a Chewie. Here we go. I'm with you in 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. Apostrophe S. Yes. Okay. So, physics is like any other kinds of art. You got to have your basics in place before you can really appreciate the beauty. And Eric Weinstein. Eric Weinstein. His geometric theory is a lot of beauty. There's a lot of a lot of math, but there's a lot of just like conceptual beauty in it. I think, if I understand it. I've been trying to understand it for years. He is not easy on this audience.
No, I need to go back to it.
He gets annoyed and he's like, "Why don't you know everything I know?"
Yeah.
We
guys obviously are too dumb to talk to.
I haven't heard him say that. I've heard him get pissed at people because they aren't spending as much time worried about the shit that he's worried about, which he does a lot.
Well, he's trying to have deep conversations, and he's
surrounded by morons.
Yeah,
or whatever.
surrounded by morons. That's what I said.
By morons.
Fucking
Smart person's
idiots.
disease.
Yeah.
But yes,
smart person disease.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Fools! You fools! You know, it's like, it is a very He's a very interesting human. Very interesting human. I wish you'd do the portal. That was a fun podcast he had. That was.
Yeah.
Look at that server error. Look at that fucker standing there. You see that guy standing there?
Yep. Let me punch him. Ah, he disappeared.
What is going on?
Hey.
What is shaking bacon? That's Garrett on there. What's shaking bacon?
I don't know. I was curious, so I clicked on the link.
Haha,
You see the screen? Okay.
Links.
Okay.
Damn,
let me get you a visual here. Hold on a sec. I gotta get you a visual. We've had a reboot on this server.
What game are you playing?
We are
Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Oh.
It's a Disney movie. I mean, a Disney game.
It's a Disney game. There you go. Okay, so there you go. All right, you can see that situation there. Hopefully, we have won what, 3 in a row, Peter?
Yep.
Did we lose the last one?
Nope.
God dang it! How did we win that? That's so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, besides being awesome, how did we do it? Well, this one. Let's just keep my eye on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is usually a pretty good level for us. All we do is
we got to get
here.
midfield and then
we thin him out in the hangar.
midfield.
Distance weapons work fantastic in this scenario.
Got
Looks like Leia's
Leia.
going down. That's nice. Does her shield stick around? I think it does.
Yeah.
Nope. It follows her into the grave. Or used to stick around. I saw it stick around a lot. Han Solo's got no shield. He's one of these. He's kind of a weak character.
Yeah.
Honestly. So is Lando. They're cool, but they're like not gonna get you those dubs.
They don't seem that strong either. Like.
Yeah, their guns don't seem that great. They seem more like I want to be Han Solo because it's cool, rather than, which is perfect. You got to be like the
For
most
us.
ugly character to have the greatest gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great for us.
Well, what does that say about
Human nature.
the need for shadow integration?
Shadow integration. I love it. What the actual fuck? I was thinking about our lessons learned over this last year, Peter, and I think this way of doing it, where we've got a separate screen that's just dedicated to it, and that way you're not trying to futz with your computer that's doing the broadcasting.
Yeah.
This is something we stumbled onto early, and it's been a real important ingredient in this formula here.
Yeah, I wonder if like if we're running 2 setups, like how can the
redundancy.
computer handle 2 compressions or
I don't think so.
encodings?
I mean, a really strong computer would, but what you'd have to have is a kind of a really good codec. That's the software that turns the video information into digital information, and you have to have a really good processor. And a lot of times, sometimes you can have just a really good GPU, but parallelized GPUs like that are, I think, very difficult to get going. As far as I understand it, when you kick in the oh my God, Leia.
Yeah, we should have pulled.
We had
back
Princess
a little
Leia
bit.
and Luke, brother and sister, rolling up on us there.
Wow, we got dumped way out here. All right, I'll run as fast as I can.
Garrett,
Spawn
Garrett,
on
what
me.
do you find yourself doing this beautiful afternoon?
Well, I just got home. I picked my son up. He was hanging out with my mom, and now I'm back home to the basement and
Ow.
finishing out the workday, watching you gents play some Star Wars here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
This is
So
this
I don't think. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is our Friday afternoon end of the work week ritual,
Yeah.
where in times past, gentlemen put on their bowling shoes and went to the alley and drank some cold cups of beer. We would we basically shoot we suppress the rebellion on behalf of the Empire. Is our favorite mode.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like we're like mercenaries.
With occasional sips of.
So I
Sweet
don't
nectar.
know if Peter can hear me, but I can't hear him.
Uh
Oh,
oh.
you can't hear Peter. Okay, we'll reset. There's an issue. There's a known issue here where we have to reset something here. Let me get you. I have to flip Peter off and on at the server, and this will do the deed. But you know what? We're gonna try to hold them for 7 more. We're in OT in 4 seconds here.
Yeah.
Okay. They're coming in the back of the lobby here. Nice. All right, here we're gonna go flush Peter's connection.
Hello.
Okay, can you hear him now?
Hey.
Hi,
I can
sir.
hear him.
Yeah,
How you
man.
doing?
It's good. I'm glad you can hear me. I've been talking to you.
He's been talking to you.
Oh, really?
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch the lack of comms, but we all have to pay attention to what everyone's saying.
That's just how good my timing is. Doesn't even.
Here, man, my comedy is going over like so well here. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm getting nothing. Like nothing.
Dynamite!
This is our least favorite level. This is the Death Star Defend level, I think.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is a different one. This is Death Star 2. We play the same maps over and over again so we can get good at them. And then what we try to do is to not change that much between. So we try to play. Basically, if you can keep the board the same, you can play the same game over and over and get better and better at it. That has been our strategy.
The last game I really played a bunch of was Titanfall 2.
Dude,
Which
Titanfall
is
2
actually
is fucking
pretty awesome.
amazing. It's an amazing game.
Yeah.
I maxed out
Yeah.
my mech at level 50 in that game, dude. Like, Titanfall would be a fun one to play together because you get it. Dude, tell them about the gameplay.
Oh yeah. So you're basically like a super agile like soldier that can run on walls and you have like a grappling hook and other like you can like different characters can like cloak and all this stuff. But then you ride like a giant mech around too. So basically, they call the characters pilots, and they pilot the mechs, and the mechs have different abilities and stuff too. Like there's like heavily armored one, and then like a fast one with a samurai sword, and all sorts of different stuff.
Okay. And a mech's like a motorcycle?
Oh god.
No, it's like a giant robot basically.
Oh, okay.
It's
And you're,
a
like,
giant
having,
articulate
like,
robot with
Yeah.
guns the size of Hondas.
Hell yeah. So like
It's insane.
Transformers.
It's the most violent, like, mechanical soup of guts you'll ever see. It's amazing.
Okay.
I love
And
that
you
game,
jump
dude.
out of your suit, and you can do like wall running and stuff, and like you got a grappling hook, so you're just like running all around the, it's like
Yeah.
pretty good stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, that's what I liked about there's one Call of Duty game. I think it's Call of Duty 3 or I don't remember.
I've
I'm
heard
really
about
bad
that. I think
at running on walls.
think they ripped that off from Titanfall. I think.
Probably.
Titanfall, yeah.
It was fun. It was I really I'm not like I've never been a huge video game player, but that game felt fun to me compared to a lot of the other games. Well, mostly because you could do other things there, then you weren't just on one plane shooting at people that were always way better
Yeah.
than you, essentially. You could run on walls and stuff, and I don't know. That at least made it more interesting. Because you have people
Yeah.
like jumping at you in crazy ways, so playing a different game, it like leveled me up in a weird way.
I'm just behind enemy lines, getting killed. There we go.
I
Oh,
just-
somebody shot with a bow.
Bond
I
up.
got shot with a bow.
Aw.
I got an energy machine gun, and this critter ran up on me and shot me with a bow.
Bow, I know. That's a really depressing way to die many times,
Yo,
sir.
it's like, Garrett or Peter, have you seen the movie Hostiles?
No.
Hostels. No.
This is an amazing meditation on violence, on like what violence is and how it works and what it means to people, and it's what pits one group of people against another. This is going on the Jellyfin. I think we could have kind of a meditative deep dive into the nature of violence in a positive way. You ever seen the movie The Thin Red Line?
Ooh, that
It's
sounds
Ooh,
Terrence,
long time ago.
Terrence Malick. He's an amazing director, and it's basically the inner dialogue. This seeker of sort of peace and transcendence and God in war, and you sort of hear his inner world as he's experiencing the horrors of war, World War II, like Iwo Jima style. But anyway, quite a nod in the direction of peace, I guess. But when they make movies like who made Platoon? What was his name? Oliver Stone. When Oliver Stone made Platoon, because Oliver Stone was in Vietnam, he was a Marine in Vietnam, and then he made a movie about Vietnam, and so he was like talking about very specific aspects of his experience, and he made it as an anti-war movie because it showed the horrors of war and just why it was such a mess, and the recruitment went up. When there's almost never a good anti-war movie. When you just portray war, people are like, yeah, let's get involved.
Fucking
Like,
cool, man. Feels really good from over here.
feels good from this side of the TV. I mean, even if it's a movie that like portrays it in a
Dumbasses.
negative light, yeah, it's like, what's a positive war movie? Like the most positive one would probably be
Braveheart.
Troopers. Yeah, Braveheart, Starship
Braveheart.
Troopers. Braveheart. Anti or pro war? What do you think on Braveheart?
I think that's anti-war.
I think it's anti-war too, but yet it shows some of the most violent butchering of humans.
Yeah. Up close
yeah.
and personal.
Yeah, and how just gloriously awful that would have been.
Scarring.
Scarring, yeah, like you're never gonna stop talking about it.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Hey,
in your
somebody fed
zeitgeist
the-
for a long time.
We got the Pando. Somebody joined us at the Pando, just did a little dance. Hey, I was looking at the food that you can feed that Pando. If Garrett, if you can see it, that is Bingo,
people
our
feed it
semi-rabid
money?
raccoon. They can feed it
They
money,
should
but don't
start
feed it
it.
money. That's dumb. don't feed an imaginary panda money. I don't want your panda money. I I just like
Don't
the pandas.
feed my imaginary panda.
Don't feed the raccoon. Don't feed the raccoon. He's just gonna
Don't
want him to come
feed
back.
the trash panda.
Don't feed the trash panda. Don't feed him. Don't feed him. What the fuck? This guy's in
Little
charge.
bandito.
What was
That
that?
was really
A
brave.
Wookiee?
That was a
Yep.
very brave Wookiee that just tried to mess us up, and very got a little respect for my human enemy there. That is no AI move. What would you say, Sir Wilcott? No
Yeah.
AI move.
He ran in there and did a slam, but his slam wasn't powerful enough with all of you.
No, it's like he had styrofoam shoes on and was trying to
Yeah.
slam, and it was like absorbed his shockwave.
Yeah, he bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah.
Yo, I just got a notification that Apex is downloaded.
Nice.
Finished downloaded 22 gigs while we've been streaming. Let's go.
Have you guys been playing Apex?
Not yet. Never
getting
played
there.
Apex.
That's made by the same group that made the Titanfall games.
Oh my god.
Cool.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The art between those are very similar.
Yeah.
Titanfall is so much fun, dude. I played it.
It is.
I locked in on one class and on one set of strategies that was really good. I can't even remember them now. But I just rock chalk Jayhawked them until I got to level 50 and just maxed it out. I won the. I
Were
think
you
I might
playing
have.
the first one or number
Two.
two? 'Cause I
Two.
played two. Yeah, yeah.
I think Titanfall 2. Yeah, it was an incredibly.
Did you do single player as well?
No, oh yeah, I did probably about a little less than half of the single player campaign.
Okay,
And,
because there was one single player level that was like, wow, this is awesome. It has to do with time travel.
Yeah,
And it's like,
there were some
whoa.
cool concepts, and oh my god, yeah, this thing it is magical. Some of that, I mean, just the imagination of it. I would love to play some. I would love to dust that one off, and it was so fast, and it was so like you said, fluid, and you know, it was extremely fun because of the multiplayer aspect. And if you got like
Yeah.
4 or 5 mechs on a team or something, if you could do that, you would just rule. Like you could easily.
Because a lot of it was team based, but you're just
Yes.
like playing with random people, and everyone's just
Yeah,
doing
there's no
whatever
coordination.
They want, you know? Yeah,
That's the
That
philosophy
was the-
here. Like, add the coordination back in. Good.
yeah.
This is our thesis with the bowling league, is that these games you can't really it's so low bandwidth communication with the other people that if you have high bandwidth communication and essentially you build trust, it's just like you can just run, you know, do donuts on the people who are one-offs, you know, which is super fun. It's just, and then you get to, there's some really positive benefits to just being in a tightly coordinated time-based medium with people. It just feels good. Whoa, fucking Yoda
I like
here.
playing up. Uh-oh.
Dude, I just get 400 damage to that Yoda by punching him in the face.
Wow,
That was brutal. 7 seconds, 5 seconds. Hold the line, guys. Hold the line. I'm with you in 3, 2, 1. Nice job on butchering the Yoda here. Fuck you, you little fuck. I got him with a grenade. That
I
was
threw a
fucking
grenade
glorious.
too.
Nice. Alright, we're OT. We just gotta clean out this level. We just gotta clean out these guys.
Oh, nice.
They've
Uh-oh.
got even if they get us, they got no time on this level. Next level. Oh, we got one more. Get in there, Darth Vader. Come on now. Clean them. Where are they? They're over here. Jiminy Christmas. They are holding it. My God. They had a wave at the exact right time.
Yeah, like a major wave. Well, we got distracted with that Yoda, and then they all came out again. Like the Yoda ran out in front of us.
Yeah. Okay. Just drop. If you see one, drop one. They got us. They got us.
They got it.
They're all hunkered in this foxhole here. I'm just gonna unload my 50 cal in here. See what happens. It's not 50 cal.
All right, well, at least it's not over. I was afraid we lost.
No, they got no time on the clock.
L1. Yeah.
You know what's happening though, Peter? We are in a double experience point weekend, so like that's why I've kept track of it. I've gone up 6 levels on my enforcer since we started playing.
Oh shit.
It's like if you look at your score in between, it's like 8,000, which would usually take you like an hour of playing, and they're just like throwing the experience points.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, no, this
This is what happens with it when a game gets kind of old. They start to, you can buy the DLC for like $3. You can, you know, what we'll see if we keep playing it long enough is we'll see the servers get flaky because they stop investing in them. Yeah, it's like it's the guys that run, or the guys and the gals running these servers, they're like old timers. They're not working on the new hot project, you know.
No, this is where your career goes to die.
or you're just like, you know, pay the mortgage, let's go.
Yeah,
sick of the politics here at EA.
Yeah.
That happens to everybody eventually in any organization. It's hard to keep it.
Just check out, collect that check.
It's time to move on. I mean, it's I don't know. It depends on how golden handcuffs they've got you. Garrett, you ever had a job that you didn't love but just stayed in for the paycheck?
Well, I've kind of had a weird life in that regard.
Nice.
That's probably fortunate.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like good karma.
Who loves you?
Who loves you? Hopefully lots of people.
Yeah.
Come on, you fucks. God dang it, there's a lot of them in here.
Eh.
Yeah, they're gonna get this A unless we barricade ourselves in. I'm running. Ah, I missed it.
Damn.
All good.
Ow.
Okay. You know what? Is it... The single point of failure in this one's pretty fun. This is as far as I will allow. You hear the...
Oh man, I'm going the wrong way.
Garrett, when you play the different sides, you can play the rebellion, or you can play the Empire. And you know, the propaganda that they feed you through the comms is like different for whichever side you're on. It's super fun. It's like the Empire's propaganda is far superior. It's like it's fun to play the bad guys because like whenever you die, you're basically getting shot in the face by like Princess Leia, or like in this case, I'm gonna go try to attack Leia Organa here. And what's so fun is, you know, I guess when they were making the movie, when they were making the game, they were like, wouldn't it be fun if you could be Princess Leia? But the part that didn't really probably make it onto the whiteboard was, well, that means that there's got to be someone who gets killed by Princess Leia. Like, my childhood love for Star Wars has been mopped up by this game. I've had Luke Skywalker stuff a lightsaber in my face so goddamn many times. When I see him in the actual movies, I'm like, that fuck again. Like it's like a complete
I know you,
reverse.
Bitch.
It's a total reverse of my childhood inculcation with this stuff. You know, it's like in childhood, these are the heroes. These are, but here they're your enemies. It's fun. It's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
It's kind of
cool.
I like it.
Get on my are you?
Yeah! With you 3.
That's a
Okay,
violent
someone's
little baby.
shooting me in the back.
Violent little baby. Okay, are we on station? Dude, but okay, so we've got the hardware sent out and it's in place. We're gonna very soon. We're gonna have 4. We're gonna have a 4-player grid on here. We've been playing with half the team sort of coordinated, but very soon we're upgrading to full 4-player amazingness. We're gonna have a gang. We're gonna have a digital gang, basically, that we can deploy on these here server streets.
A whole team play.
Yeah.
The complete cap.
Monopolize the winning side of the equation.
Yeah, when you win, everyone you see it from all the angles. When we win, you see it all. When we lose,
I see it all.
Garrett, are you a gamer still?
No,
Garrett's-
I don't play many video games anymore. But,
I didn't really
joining
play.
You guys on,
Switch-tastic.
Oh, on the Switch?
yeah, go ahead.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What
Garrett
the heck?
inspired the whole Switch project.
I know.
GoldenEye. Today's the day that GoldenEye comes out. Like, today's the day you can play GoldenEye not on an emulator, not on a piece of software, but on Nintendo hardware. Since the first time you could play it in 3 that GoldenEye came out? 95? Something like that?
96, I think.
96, okay.
Oh, and I was reading, you remember DK mode?
Yes! What was that? What was
Yeah.
DK?
Well, because it was made by Rare, who made Donkey Kong. So it contorted all the
Oh.
models so that they were looked like Donkey Kong. So with big
Oh my
heads and
God.
like big arms. Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. I forgot, but I remember the
DK
word
mode.
though. Dude, because those Nintendo 64 Donkey Kong games were absolutely magical when they came out. Like no one had ever done that.
They're beautiful.
They were beautiful. Like it was the first time video games were like, oh, that's art for sure. Like that's moving art. You're just fighting paintings, you know.
And the music was good too. It was like they had like
crazy.
Yanni doing the music or something.
That's hilarious. Yanni, that's a flash from the past. So my God, so my dudes, yeah, we're getting together some. We will get a GoldenEye game together on original controllers. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best.
Crazy.
I know. It's a beautiful dream worth chasing, I think.
Hell yeah.
What's so cool
So
about
then
it
how are
is
we
that-
going to do that
Yeah.
then? Go ahead.
No. Oh, we've got
Where are
some
they?
spam coming through on the chat. We have to block. They're,
Hi, I
the
want to
prices
offer... Okay.
they're basically.
Heck yeah. You see
Block
these?
list.
8.
8 wins.
4 for
8.
4.
That's crazy.
Not 8.
That's
We
so
had
crazy.
4 wins.
We're gonna
4
take
wins.
a. This is called a jazz cabbage interlude here. Here we go. We won't be able to talk for 2.5 minutes. Engage. Pulling the parking brake on hyperspace. Woo!
Yeah!
This is one we typically have to focus on.
Yeah.
Anytime we can
watch the right screen. I just sat down at the computer and like watching my wrong one.
Nice. Watching the Romulans is what I heard you say.
Watching the watching like the stream instead of the game. Wrong screen.
Nice.
Wrong screen.
Nice. Wrong screen. Split consciousness. Split consciousness.
Got too many options. Some are better than others, and I'm forgetting which is the right one.
We're so first world wealthy.
I know,
we're like
right? So fucking rich.
we're it's so fucking rich. It's insane. Our hemisphere is so fucking rich. It's crazy.
Yes. Is Garrett
Buckminster
still here?
Fuller. Yeah, Garrett's here.
I can't
He's
hear.
probably he's oh, Garrett is on mute skis. He's probably doing something. Yeah, but we should
Can
have a
you hear
comms
this?
check.
Nope.
Yep, I can hear you. Can you hear him?
Yep.
Can you hear Peter?
I can.
Perfect.
Brilliant. We've got a three-way comm situation going.
Can you hear the
Yeah.
music though?
You can hear the music?
No.
Oh no.
It might
Yeah,
be getting
I
filtered
have,
out because
like-
it's at a low level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna blast it on you guys right now. I have my music stuff hooked up to
Oh,
the
nice.
interface. Yeah.
Ooh,
I see.
Into Zoom.
Nice.
Let's
Yeah.
Let's
see.
hear it.
As long as we don't play any
Original.
copyrighted stuff, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, if it's your stuff,
It's
dude,
your
hit
stuff, please.
it. Go. If we do copyrighted, we just have to turn off all the channels except the YouTubes, which can handle it. There's just a couple we broadcast to that have no hyper intelligent AIs who can filter the stream, so they can get sued, more or less.
Oh yeah. Maybe we
But
should-
yeah, man, if you pump in the music, that's brilliant, dude. That's amazing.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, something.
It's light.
Okay.
It's not loud enough.
Light. Okay.
Boost that volume.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I just like one clipped on solo.
Nice.
Or it was probably both of us shooting, but it felt like a one.
Nice. That's so great. We've got 2-on-1 over here. What are these guys? They're getting B. We'll make them stop here soon. We got some people who love to snipe on our team here. That's okay. But like, they're on base, so the sniping is what is the word? Ineffective.
Thanks, but no thanks.
We have no way of telling these other people what we think of their strategies,
Yeah.
which means we're basically a disorganized mob of souls here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, Paul.
Yeah.
As far as next, like, trying out the next stream
Step?
with more people, like I even have that stuff set up pretty quick. But we're gonna
Oh
need
my-
to like make sure these other fools are like
Trained up.
ready to go. You know, like they're kind of
Yes.
stupid sometimes.
100%. I get what I hear you. And you know, we should just have setup day. We should just have a setup session where the goal is to just get it going.
Well, I
And
can
where
get
there's
it
no-
set up. I'm not
Yeah.
like
Oh.
that.
Oh, you think it's a
I'm-
technical integration kind of thing, or
No, it's
like a-
mostly like just making sure they're like gonna be there at the right time to go. You know?
we buy them a calendar? I get it.
Yeah, we gotta get them in the on a calendar. Committed.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I think
Did
what
one
we
of
also
you just kill an Ewok?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Isn't
There's
that
a little
crazy?
guy?
Little
Yeah, yeah,
guy,
yeah.
they-
You get to shoot Ewoks, and I say get to because it's so horrifying to me. Because when we were growing up, Garrett, Ewoks were what? They were the cuddliest, coolest things. They were like fucking little
Yeah.
animated teddy bears that could talk. You'd never pull a gun on an
except
Ewok.
They eat humans though. I mean, after the battle, they probably just they ate well. All those dead stormtroopers.
I like where you're going with this.
Just eating clones. That
They do.
clone
They're fucking. They're
diet.
trying to eat. They're little cannibals. They're trying to eat us. Feed them
Yeah, they
rounds.
were gonna eat. They were gonna eat
Downrange
Han
these
Solo, right?
Downrange.
Yeah, they were. They had him on a spit at one point.
Yeah.
I think
So
somebody
just think
intervened.
about
I can't
after
remember.
the battle, all the dead humans.
All the bodies.
They
They're gonna
ate them
eat
all.
for days.
Yeah.
You're totally right. Little fat baby Ewoks eating human flesh.
Little fat baby. Hit that baby butt.
That's a violent little baby.
It's a violent little baby. It's a violent little baby.
I thought violent. Violent
I was
little
hanging out with
fat
some babies, but there was this one. There's a violent little baby. Oh my goodness.
All right,
There's a
gentlemen,
baby.
I'm gonna head
Yes.
out here.
Sounds
Dude,
good, so-
awesome
But,
awesome to hang
good
out.
seeing you
Have a
guys.
fantastic evening.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
Hey, you too. Both of you guys have a great weekend.
Woohoo!
Thanks, Garrett.
Take it easy.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye. That's super fun, man.
Yeah. Just have people can just drop in.
People can just drop in. We've got like a little friendly lobby. I love that. The AI is really good at spreading out on this map. It really spreads out like really well. You know, when you're talking about getting a little high before you go to the comedy store or the comedy show or whatever, in Colorado, weed is legal, but it's only smokable under certain conditions, and they're very similar to cigarettes. You can't just smoke weed anywhere. You gotta, and there is no public designated weed smoking area. You can smoke it in your house or like on your property, but there's very few places that are like what would you think of as like a weed bar, just because of the weird way that the laws are written. And I mean, I think eventually they're going to try to change that, because a actual weed bar would be next level. So usually when you consume cannabis, it has to be at like basically a semi-private institute place, and so like clubs and things like that. But yeah, so if you go to a music show or whatever, at a certain point in the evening, everybody wants to get high again or whatever, and they probably got high in their cars before they arose, and then they get high like at the venue, and so you know they kind of have to smoke in the common space. And some people, sometimes it's cool, sometimes it's like crazy, because you can get like hotboxed on like 18 kinds of weed at the wrong event, and you know, like, you know, it's like this melange of weeds, like so many different kinds, so many strains at once that it's just, you get like green boxed, like it's a weird feeling, and it's not entirely pleasant. And I can't imagine if I wasn't like an actual stoner having that feeling. I'd be like, last time I fucking went to a concert, I got drugged. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it would kind of suck. So sometimes it's not.
People are insensitive in general.
Yeah.
They don't
Insensitive?
notice. They don't notice, like, introspect on drugs that deeply.
Oh, interesting. Wait, go into that. Go into that.
I just don't feel like most people do that.
Get introspective when they're doing their
Not
DRUGS.
get introspective, but like monitor their
Inner states.
inner states as much. You know?
You make sense to me. This is why doing psychedelics in concerts or public, or doing them at festivals or whatever, is so weird, because it's such a powerful personal, I mean, I think basically not private, but a very intimate experience that you have. That I just can't. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm just like, if you were like tripping at a festival or something, it'd just be like, God. I mean, you just hope it goes well. You don't have control over much in your environment, and I like to really have control over a lot of things when I'm that high. Like, hey, I would like it to be music now. Let's watch this movie.
Yeah.
Let's turn on these lights. Let's find this food. Let's just use the restroom, not have to like stress about it. Like,
Right.
not like there's an epic problem. Where am I actually going to take a pee?
All right,
Where I'm not
now
going
we
to be
have
like,
to go on an adventure. Are you tired? Are you ready? Are you ready? No.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's insane. If you were hurting your friends,
All right.
and if you had to take care of anybody, if there was anybody in your team that wasn't like 100%, you know, rocking the Casbah with their intoxication.
I've had friends like get their phones stolen while they're
Oh!
up.
Oh, fucking evil! That's so evil.
Yeah.
They're gonna get A over there. That's God, that would suck. I mean, that would just like, I mean, to get like robbed while you're tripping, you'd be like, fuck humanity. they're so backwards.
Well, not to mention that's like you're out in the open, and that's your like.
You're so
in a weird
vulnerable.
way, your safety, it's your connection to everyone else as you're in like these massive crowds of people.
Okay, but I get why people would try, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to have a group merge spiritual experience with with a group, which is actually very beautiful and probably ancient. You know, like probably.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is ancient. But people go there, they steal, like they're just stealing phones and stuff, and you can't even sell iPhones and shit for
the karma,
like whole. So
yeah,
they're selling them for parts, and so they're just like they're voluming.
Bottom
doing it
feeders.
They're just doing it by volume. That's the only way it works. So
that's insane. Just steal from your fellow man. Just like fuck with people's lives. Because
easy.
Karma's real. Karma's real. Karma's real. People don't get away with anything. You live in the world you create. If you live in a world where your shit is always getting stolen, like good luck to you.
Your family and the people you care about live in that world with you.
Yeah, and they pay the price
pay the
for
price.
all the shit you do too. Like it doesn't just stay with you when you break the law like that. Like that's you get fucked up in a special way that keeps paying you back. But dude, assuming that not a ton of our listeners are like iPhone thieves, you know, okay, so this is why it's really nice to be an adult and to create an environment that you're going to do your experience in, and then do it there. And it's like, for me, there is a smoothing out of the entire psychological experience of the trip when I can like kind of make good. Like if I don't set it up really well, I just spend my whole trip adjusting my environment to like the perfect temperature or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's like that isn't a fun adventure. Well, how about you start from the baseline of this is awesome and everything's taken care of. Then you've got a little bit more. I don't know. It does allow a more introspection kind of situation. Okay, but I feel like the gentleman's drug these days is cannabis, because especially for social interactions, cannabis is deeply social. The experience of just for me of a good like 10 milligrams at a concert, it is just like the perfect amount of just lowering the blinds on the ego, and then you do have like the group and the music and dancing. Dancing's the best as like a driver for me in like a group setting. And man, I truly believe it. There is nothing like the merge you get from a group of people rocking out to an awesome band, just like holding a collective vibe together. Like that is a special kind of synchronization that dissolves the small self and reveals the large self. And it's easier to do in a group because all it takes probably is one person to have it in the group, and it probably spreads like wildfire through the group, you know, just through the grapevine of human interaction.
Yeah.
So I get why people would be like, let's get there using these awesome chemistries right now. But I think you got to work a little in a group. In my view, you got to work a little. Like you gotta. That's why I like dancing, because dancing is a little bit of work, and you can pay attention to how you're feeling and what you're expressing through your movement. And if you tune that what I'm expressing through my movement to the group, like to, you know, you feel awkward, so maybe you dance a little awkward, you know, you feel a little self-conscious, so you dance a little self-conscious, you feel whatever you're feeling, you can channel it into your movements, and then it's like for me that's like the fast path to opening in a group experience like that. Yeah, but anyway, I have never tripped or done shrooms or anything like that in a group, like a concert or anything like that. I just have never, with dancing plus, you know, good prayer, I don't feel like I need it. But I get why people would.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel very vulnerable. In those
People are vulnerable with
it.
Yeah.
Trust.
Plus, I honestly, when I'm out with a group of people, it's nice to see people and to like interact, you know,
Yeah.
and it's sort of in a
Not be
good
just like
pulled inside completely.
or just like full tilt. Like
Yeah.
if there's not enough chaos, you're the chaos. If there, you know,
You're
like,
the chaos, causing trouble. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. We got 1 minute. This is great. We're doing great on this one. All right, where are they gonna come? They probably get one more. They get one more rally, more reincarnation cycle here. Where are they? Where are they? There they are. Dude, we're doing great. This is some good core. We're holding up. We got a good front line here.
Yeah, I just had a sequence where like first I was like adjusting target on like across like 6 different targets.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
just were dying in front of me.
Yeah. It's like I'm an effective team.
Yeah.
Totally. Absolutely, victory, hardcore victory. That was so good. The yeah, dude. I just went up to level 388, and there is, I think the winning is helping, but also the together, like the coordination. We're always on the objectives, and we're winning with like the high objective scores. those were really good players we were playing with too.
Yeah.
Your favorite pizza guy and a positive 35. That's fun.
Funny.
390, dude. I'm gonna hit. If we keep rocking, we'll hit. We should do something special when I hit 400. Somehow, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know what the appropriate celebration for 400 would be, but I feel like if I was ever gonna celebrate one, that would be it.
I gotta go into ludicrous mode. Not ludicrous mode. Yes!
Dude, the when I play the Switch for a while, it breaks my button map in my head. Like on this one, X is action because it makes sense. It's the closest one. But on the Nintendo, it's reversed. O is action. Like on our pad, like our D-pad right here, and it's crazy to me how my brain loves it one way and not the other way. You know what? But when I'm playing Diablo on the Switch, after a certain level, you unlock the other buttons, and then you can put it in a mode where you can assign whatever skill you want to whatever button. So I probably can graduate to the point where I can undo it on there. But yeah, the Switch just seems like reverse to me.
Yeah, the Switch is different. I have it. I don't know. I played the Switch more though. You just got your Switch, didn't you?
I just got my Switch, totally, 100%. Yeah.
Because I haven't really felt that recently, at least.
That's cool. Like your brain can separate
I took the curve already, you know.
Yes. Practice makes perfect. I love this map. God, we're getting some great maps today. This has been a good sequence of maps. We haven't lost one yet, have we?
Nope.
We're fucking running shit.
I think this is my last one though, because I gotta get this fire going. Sarah Beth
Nice.
texted me.
Cool, man.
And
Absolutely.
I'm realizing we haven't done enough coordinating, and now people are like, "What's happening?" And
Got
I'm
it.
like,
You got to prepare for a party. That sounds fun as hell.
Pretending I have it together for 20 more minutes, and then actually getting it together.
Nice. Nice. I love it. That sounds super fun.
I just leveled up again.
Nice. All right, we got. Come on. There we go. Okay, we got B. No one can touch A. A is just too out in the open. It's hard to find cover out here, but you can kind of get behind some of this industrial equipment.
Yeah.
From to block you on like one side.
You're working edges. It works.
Yeah, nice. I think I need to retreat a little to work the edge properly here.
I'm over here by A.
I'm just out in the middle of this thing. But I'm very effective. Very effective team.
Yeah.
Reach! I got reach!
See?
I didn't observe his behavior before I killed him.
Uh-oh.
I couldn't give him a Turing test.
Yeah. Hey! Come here.
Hey, you! How many fingers am I holding up? No, my real fingers am I holding up. You're a machine! You're a machine! You're so literal! Giving him a Turing test. That's, dude, you know what? We're at it. We are at the point in our society when AI tools are becoming broadly available. And ChatGPT is text, and Midjourney is images, and there's 100 varieties of either one. And we're just going to live in a world now where even the stuff you think is coming from humans could be coming from a machine, especially if it's super on point.
Well, and it's gonna be everything. You're just not gonna. It's gonna become
It's gonna
ubiquitous
blur.
that humans use tools and computers and these intelligences that can help you communicate into
There's
visual
Reach.
or text
I'm watching Reach.
form
That. Go ahead.
in a more automated way. Like,
Yeah.
these are just tools for humans to communicate, and
Yeah.
you're just gonna be ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. You know, I just watched Reach do something that I think only a machine could do honestly. He just jumped off of he just like did a squat jump off of a cliff trying to avoid some shots. I've only seen AIs do that kind of dodge, that level of like, what the fuck? You're right. I think you're onto something, man. I think you're onto something. I just saw it with my own eyes. I can't argue. That was like fucking ridiculous. I mean, I was like, or he's a goddamn superhuman, but I'm going AI on this one.
Yeah.
That was insane. I mean, I will continue to gather their data, but at this point, like, I'd have to see some real deviance from the pattern to grant sentience to that one.
Sentient reach.
Yeah, it doesn't get. Dude, I found a great place to shoot these guys. They're in some fog. They can't see shit through this steam or whatever. Like they are hurting. Dude, I just lobbed a grenade into their situation. Bang! That worked out so good. Okay, we got 1 minute. I'm just gonna downrange this entire. They gotta be over here soon. Where are they coming? They're over here. There they go. There they go. Okay, there they come. This is last wave. Last wave. Dude, we got them on the first map. This is great. Dude, this was 10 straight victories. This is our this is our best game.
This would be 6. I would say I had 4 for 4 up, and that's why it was.
Oh, I see. That's awesome. No worries. I'm barely paying attention. Barely paying attention.
So we've won 5. So this will be 6.
Dude, 5 down is 1 for each finger on the human hand. It's like divine. This is unbelievable. We're maybe image God.
To punch it
We're just
in.
winning in a divine pattern, like all the time. Okay, so this is great because this is probably our last one where we're playing just 2 of us. This is fun, or at least maybe a pickup game now or then. But like, this is going out on a string of wins like this.
Yeah,
this
got to get other people into the sink of trying to clock out of the week.
We pick a new date. We pick a new date.
Yeah, I think we could change the day.
Yeah.
I kind of like having. I've personally liked playing video games to end the week.
I love it. Yeah, we could add another one if we needed to.
Yeah, well, I'm scared of. I've got to like.
I'm gonna shut this down.
Grow up a little more, or something. I don't know how to communicate that playing games, how useful it is. Like.
Well, okay, so we might go on a deep dive at some point to. Yeah, go ahead.
People don't understand what.
I know.
The type of medium I need for it to communicate in for what I want to do, and this is a valuable skill. Like I just dropped in playing Fortnite, and I almost fucking won a solo match dropping into someone else's live stream talk yesterday.
You dropped into someone else's Fortnite live stream? What do you mean?
No, not Fortnite. It was like it's like a community. It's called Space Place.
Okay.
And it's this group of it's these businesses that I work with, Doja and Drip Drops, and different projects and whatnot. So all their developers and their friends, one of the CEO throws down a Zoom room and streams it every Thursday, and he's done it. This was like the 66th one or something like that. So he and it's about he's. So yeah, I just hopped on. This past time was the first time I've hung out in the chat and talked with them in the chat.
That's
never
fun.
Dropped in, but that's how I dropped in this time.
Oh, dude, that's so fun.
Dropped in streaming Fortnite, and I was like, boom!
Nice. That's so fun. That is so fun. There's so many things it does, but one of the things that's like really clearly understand is hand-eye coordination. So if you are doing something with your eyes and you need your hand to line up with it, those are 2 different systems, or at least 2, probably more systems of the brain that are synchronizing. And so it's essentially like giving yourself a really hard math problem to solve, and oh surprise, you get better at math, right? So anything you do with your hands is improved through hand-eye coordination, and it's one of the primary benefits that's ascribed to like playing football or soccer or something. Your body's in motion and then you're synchronizing it. But I personally spending so much time behind screens at work, dealing with text and Excel files and just things like that, it's extremely helpful to me to kind of clean out the pipes and clean out the system. And systems is like it's like a fun thing you're doing on a screen rather than like a completely boring thing you're
you have to balance out the screen time.
Balance out the screen time, but dude, I think the golden is the social, like just a project, like a project in a virtual place that you're working on together. The more you're able to project will and intention digitally, the better you're going to do with any digital medium, right? Like I do think it's a skill set, and I think it's with practice comes ease.
I'm recognizing it as a skill set. Yeah, I'm recognizing that I'm like under pressure. I'm like I'm performing, but like I can perform. I'm like surprising myself in my under pressure performance. That I just kind of like artificially like I didn't really plan on like. I didn't think about the ramifications of like, what if I suck if I do this? Like, because I just think that I suck, you know. So then when I get under pressure,
you get better,
I like,
you know.
Whoo, and I'm like, I probably had a 10+ kill game on someone else's live stream. I should have counted it today. I was like, started watching it, but I was like,
send me that link.
I did pretty good. Yeah, dude, I'll send it to you.
Send me that link. Man, 100%. I mean, there was in the 90s they thought that video games caused violence, and then they actually did the science and it was like, no, not at all. In fact, it's the opposite. It's like having an outlet for aggression in a certain sense, and so it causes less aggression in the actual society that the people who play video games live in. So it's kind of like it's hard to find
exhaust valve.
and then it's art. It's
not
somebody
a turbo.
Programming is art. The graphics, the art, the motion, the way it all kind of fits together and works. I mean, sure, even if you say like it's just a simulation, it's like, isn't it cool to be able to do life in another mode where you can't drive a tank through a wall in real life, but you can in a simulation. It's kind of, I don't know. You just certainly don't get the same karma or effects, but that the point of a game isn't necessarily to be like a perfect, learning tool for life. Although games dot the I's, cross the T's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, dude,
it's like a little adventure. It's like a story.
Another
form of story, probably.
It's another form of story
where you get to be a part of one of the actors.
What is like? Of course, humans love that. That's like that seems like
that's
like
a good
seems like a good progression from theater on, from the Greeks. Like it seems like that's good. That's a good outcome.
Yeah, that's what's cool about this. Because I've recognized that as like, that's why you should get 4 on. Do you think you could like, you were saying the other week, like, you think people's minds could learn to like take in that much data if it was all right next to each other?
I know.
You could see different. You could learn about, and that would like evolve the level of abstractive coordination that you maybe have.
Yeah.
And or recognizing that in like how all of the different factors that come into life and like sense making from the world around you, and like all different things that are complexly melding together and affecting each other, and like trying to measure, make sense of that. Like, I think that type of seeing coordination in that heavy of an information medium, if people got into that, it would help. I think that would strengthen your ability to like process and sort the world around you.
If you live in an information
with other
economy,
people specifically,
with other people, social. So you're kind of taking a group and you're coordinating enough in real life through a human level of channel where it's just like people, that when you go into the digital task, you're then also coordinated in that one. And so, I mean, doesn't it make sense that like a group of like 5 people doing some kind of digital task would kick the ass of one human that was doing a digital task? I mean, it seems like the linking up in the digital space for effective work is very useful. I was thinking, okay, to-dos, and then we'll get you to your bonfire. Okay, so I'm gonna send out a poll to find an additional game date and time. So we can always keep this slot, and then we can just add another one. I think Tuesday night came up. Like somebody wanted to do it'd probably be an evening one or whatever. And then if if the fabric of your life can't support 2 game nights, I'll do it. Like no worries. You can pick
I
one
think
you
I
wanna go
could
to or whatever. But
Bailey
with
and
a
I
few
have
more,
already been
with
talking about
yeah.
having more nights to do our own thing, especially when it
Nice.
gets busy.
Well,
when we get
when,
real
you know,
busy.
Player 2, when I was creating Player 2, I was really thinking about Bailey.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
know.
well, having like right next to it, and you guys can just like, you just got the ability to rock into whatever you want to do.
We just gotta figure out how to communicate the value of what we gotta share that with. We gotta figure out how to share that with her.
My wife is, I can't even believe the transformation she's been going through. Like, she gets it. Like, somehow she saw me interacting with you guys on a game I was playing, and she was like, "Can I do that?" And I was like, "Say that again. What did you just say? Can I? You wanna
Was she
play this?" I was
watching
like,
Bailey and I and you play together that one night?
that was
Zoom?
part of it. That was part of it. And
Yeah.
also, we were playing some Diablo. We were playing that Diablo game. At a certain point,
you got her
she
hooked
was.
up on the Diablo. Yeah.
It was me, you, and Jake were rocking on that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
watched
she
that?
she was like, "Oh my god, that looks like really fun." You know, like it was the ability to sort of collab. She saw us like collaborating on whatever. And it was like, so anyway, she wants to find.
I think
Here's
that's
the
great.
thing.
Get
Okay,
her
let me just-
consultant mind rocking in this wave.
I gotta share a couple things for you, then you can go. But like,
I gotta go.
I know you've totally gotta go. The dude, she started telling. She's an organizational development coach, and so she has probably 40, 60 people at any given time that she's sort of helping with their careers and all their work decisions and all this kind of stuff. And she started telling them, they have a little check, like, "Hey, what's up? This, that, and whatever." She's like, "I've been playing some Diablo 3," and so many women have been like, "Shut the fuck up. Say that again?" Like, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been playing Diablo 3 with my husband, and like occasionally one of his friends will jump in and we'll all do a dungeon crawl." And they're like, "Dude, my husband and I play like Call of Duty like 3 nights a week."
Really?
She's finding all these women who fucking love video games, who she's worked with for years,
Yeah.
that are engineers and shit, but they fucking love to play, and they usually just play with with some gamer tag and with their husband.
So
Nobody knows
girls
they
need
play.
to realize that they like, even socially, they like to play together.
Yeah,
too.
because
Dude, it is so like, yeah, I know. There's so many streamers that are girls,
Yeah.
and there's so many, like, I played with other guys that are friends with other friends. Like, you don't even really know these people, but you like hear this other one guy I know for a fact, like, his girlfriend was definitely streaming in the background, and like he was really good, and so they're like, this was like in the middle of the week, and they don't seem to do anything else type game,
Well,
So-
I mean, I don't know. I wonder what the audience level is when you can quit your day job. It just depends on how lucrative your day job is. But the yeah, dude, yeah, there's some switch in the female brain which is just like, it's like it wants to do social anyway, and then it's got this digital medium that it can do that in, and so it's just, I don't know. It seems
maybe we just. I think it has to do with the setups and being like easy enough
super
to get
smooth.
into.
That's
Smooth.
right.
Like,
Reduce the technical barrier.
Yeah, because like if I get it all ready
That's it.
for Bailey and she just sits down and plays, she enjoys it better.
Exactly. I do the same thing for Cheryl. Like right now, I can like set the whole thing up and like get it solid.
Then she feels
it'll-
special. Like,
Just like hand it the controller. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that'll
Use
come
your
later.
headphones.
That'll come years later.
Yeah.
Or not at all. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's super fun right now. Well, dude, I think okay. I think the two things we need is, I'm gonna send out a poll for an additional game date and time, probably Tuesdays and nights, and hardware date
Tuesday or
and time setup.
Wednesdays.
You're gonna get that PS4 package at some point this weekend, I bet, and or Monday. And then anyway, then we should totally sync on the setup on that. I tried to label everything really good inside there, but it'll probably be just a touch confusing, I would guess. But maybe I bet you might be able to sort through it. There, I put these little bundles of. I put all the cables and I labeled them like P3, P2. So
Okay.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you labeled them, you did it for you. I will definitely be able to figure it out.
Nice.
I've got one of those young minds that for a young age was
Plug
just
it
like,
into every. Yeah.
take
No,
it
I
apart,
was-
put it back together.
Dude, you've 100%. You've rocked your setup over there. You've gone through like 10 iterations of your setup. I mean, we'll just make sure that Josh has all his gear and it's all plugged in properly or whatever.
Yeah. Josh has
we-
Gabe too, and Gabe's very same way.
Of course, I didn't even think about
Yeah.
that. I didn't even think about that. You're 100% right. Well, then that's it. So we'll just have a time when we'll, if we have to hook up anything, we can, and then the goal will be to get the 4 stream going and just get as locked in as we can go.
I'm ready.
I know.
ready.
It's good. We're there, dude. We're there.
We got this Windows, and we can try and stream off of that. We got my Mac, stream off of that. And then we have 2 setups here. And
This is so
they
cool.
have 2 computers over there.
That is so great.
And Daniel's
Do you need
computer
another-
here too. Well, we could just set it up in Daniel's room. The second setup, put it in Daniel's room, or
I'm gonna end this stream. Say goodbye, universe, and then we'll
Bye,
keep talking.
universe.
Goodbye, universe.
bye, kids.